YouTube, how's it going? Well, the good news is the temperature actually hit 60 degrees today, and as a result, most remaining snow is finally gone. It didn't feel any warmer to me, to be perfectly honest with you, but maybe that's just simply because I've been sitting in this ice box all winter and I haven't had a chance to adapt. But then again, who knows? Other good news is that I did manage to get an FTB Hermitcraft up earlier today, in spite of numerous difficulties, which I will go into later. Well, let's see. The bad news is that the local weatherman tweeted earlier this afternoon that we've got another batch of severe weather on the way. Oh goody, just what I needed, more severe weather. Or as I responded in the tweet, sewage weather. This is a sewage weather alert. And you can take that how you think it means. Anyway, so we got some sewage weather on the way. And about that Hermitcraft FTB episode. It's 20 minutes long, and it took me 6 hours to record it. Now the first 8 to 10 minutes or so of it, I think, is stuff that was recorded 3 days ago. The remainder was recorded earlier today, and it took me 6 hours to record, what is it, 10 minutes or so worth of stuff. And I'll tell you why. Because as I'm recording, all of a sudden, FTB locks up tight. Total crash. As a matter of fact, that one ended in the first time it landed in a blue screen of death, causing a complete reboot and having to start all over. It was locking up repeatedly, and I know why. Because the hard drive is dying. It's failing, it's getting worse and worse, and basically what you've got is read times where the program in question, in this case FTB, is trying to read some data file or other, and there's lots of them with FTB. It's trying to read something, and it's having difficulty. The hardware is having difficulty executing the read, and it's taking insanely long times to do it. This is causing the program that is waiting for that hardware to finish its read and send the data to crash, or lock up, or freeze, or have some kind of an error that results in a blue screen crash. You know, not just a crash to desktop, but a complete crash to off. You know, and sometimes this crash is severe enough and sufficiently detected by Windows that Windows automatically sets up check disk to run again. I say again because check disk has run probably, well, by now, 10 or 15 times in the last 2 days. Not triggered by me. I've run it once about 2 or 3 days ago. And that run, by the way, came up clean. No errors, no problems, no nothing that needed to be fixed. But all of these other ones, it's finding errors, it's finding invalid this and that's that have to be deleted and fixed and whatever. And it's getting worse. It's happening more and more often. And every time check disk runs, it finds more stuff that's wrong. And, you know, it's kind of one of those things. And there's something about when I have a difficulty, no matter what it is, that there are people out there that try to minimalize it. And by minimalize it, they do things like, oh, well, you think that's bad? You ought to see this problem that I've got. Okay, I'm sorry that you have that problem, but telling me about it isn't going to make mine any better. People have been doing that to me all my life. I don't know why they do that, but they do that. You know, you think you hurt? Oh, you ought to see this person. It's hurting so much worse. I'm sorry, they are hurting so much worse, but it doesn't change what happens to me. You know, I don't know why people do that, but they do it. They do it all the damn time. And let's see, there's been several people that have tried to tell me that I don't need 2 terabyte capacity. Well, I'm sorry, but I have got in excess of 1.2 terabytes of stuff on that drive right now, and if I'm going to copy that content to a new drive, I need greater than 1 terabyte capacity. And the easiest way to go there is a 2 terabyte drive. So, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. I do need 2 terabyte capacity. Otherwise, I'm going to lose stuff that I really don't want to lose. It's going to take me a lot of time and effort to recover another way that it doesn't have to if I get something that has sufficient capacity to hold what I've got. You know, and then of course there's the diagnostics experts, which while I appreciate very much the people take enough interest to say, hey, here's something that might fix your problem, try this. Well, there's been a few people that have suggested things, and I've tried those things. And you know something? They don't work. The one suggested involved trying a diagnostic tool, and I find out that after searching up that diagnostic tool, going to their website, that's a $35 program. And I tried downloading their free trial version. The download died halfway through. So I'm not going to do that because I'm not spending $35 that I don't have on a program that I might use once. You know, that's not going to happen. And I have gotten the C-Tools program from the Seagate website, which is designed by Seagate to diagnose Seagate hard drives, which is what this is. And I ran that program, and I told it to do all its tests. It spent 4.5 hours doing the diagnostics and came up pass on everything. It came up perfectly clean on everything. So that program, as good as it might be, is fracking useless because it told me everything was good, when obviously it's not. I don't know. It's just a really frustrating situation trying to continue to make Banished and Hermitcraft and Minecraft, and maybe even get back to doing some more Kerbal Space Program, and eventually I'd like to do some more EVE Online, which I can't do right now because between the internet slogging me down so slow and the computer betraying me like this and crashing and whatnot for its assorted reasons, I'm not going to get into an EVE Online situation. I'm not going to even log into EVE Online with that kind of crap going on, you know, let alone actually undock and do something. No thank you. Not in the lag conditions and not in the frequent crash conditions. And at this point, it's getting like anything that's doing a lot of intensive disk activity is going to have potential problems. Bigger and bigger potential problems. Basically what I need to do is I need to replace that drive. Under ideal circumstances, what I'd like to be able to do is learn exactly what is necessary to set up a RAID 10 array and find a way to come up with the materials I need to do that, and then do it. And that kind of a thing. A RAID 10 array allows for basically to have data redundancy and be the kind of thing where if, okay, a RAID 10 array, as I understand it, requires 4 identical hard drives. So if I were to build something like that with 4 2 terabyte drives, if one of them were to fail, I could shut down the system, pull it, replace it, restart, and then what was on the drive that got replaced would be repaired and reduplicated onto that drive. And that would be massive data redundancy, and plus the system could run without one of the drives for a while if necessary. But it doesn't matter, because I don't believe that's going to happen. I'm not even beginning to think, to hope, or even consider hoping that that might happen. It's just an ideal kind of thing. It would be nice. Right now, I'm going to be really happy if I come up with a way to replace this single individual drive before it fails completely, which at the rate it's going, that complete failure will happen soon. And when it gets to that point, I will have to fall back to using my laptop to make videos, and the problem there is the laptop cannot run Minecraft, FTB, Banished, or Kerbal Space Program. Which means the only videos I can make on the laptop are vlog videos, and the quality on those is going to suffer because that machine's graphics card can't handle even doing a decent 720p like I'm doing right this minute. If you're still watching after all of this ranting and raving, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. That makes you one of my core subscribers, I will call it like that. Because only a core subscriber would continue to watch through this much rant and rave. Thank you for doing so. I appreciate it. It means a lot. And here's the part I hate. If anyone cares to help, tinfoilchef.com/donate #TFC tip jar, or I believe that's what it is exactly. Anyway, it's the TFC tip jar link, which you will find in the description. I really hate doing that. I really, really hate. You know, it's just, it doesn't feel right. But what am I going to do? The next money I'm going to see is going to be next month, around the 3rd or the 5th or something like that, when $800 will arrive at my bank. And when it gets there, the first 400 is going to evaporate within seconds. Yeah, I'm having that kind of time. Yeehaw! As I've said, if you've watched this far, thank you. I appreciate it. Even if you don't help, you have put up with me ranting and raving and venting. And sometimes you gotta vent. Sometimes you gotta do things you really hate doing, like asking for help. But, whatever. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I think I'm going to get this uploaded, and then I'm going to shut things down and go to sleep so that I don't go completely bug nut nasty mad. Either that or watch a movie. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye. Mr. Tinfoil Chef.